Hey guys, what is up? I'm Little Touch of Crazy, and I'm here to bring you a little bit of craziness and nuttiness into your everyday life. And today I decided to start off my channel with a little quiz about me that I've seen some other YouTubers do, telling you random useless information that you'll never need to know about me. Let's go! So first of all, how tall am I? I am 5'11". I am a freaking giant. I tower over most of my friends at school, which a lot of them are so, Bronwyn, I want to be as tall as you. How are you so tall? Why do you hate being tall so much? Try finding a boyfriend that's taller. Seriously. I have dated one guy that's been taller than me, and that's been about this much difference. Seriously, you don't want to be a tall girl. It's not fun. I'm freaking giant, alright? What do I order at Starbucks? Now, I don't go into Starbucks that much. I don't really go to coffee houses all that much. But whenever I do, it's always hot chocolate. And it's the most confusing, sugary filled whipped cream and marshmallows and cinnamon and whatever else they can put on this hot chocolate. I don't care how expensive it is. It's always the best. And hot chocolate with cinnamon? Yum. What's one thing in my closet I can't live without? Now that thing is actually right there because I was wearing it earlier. And it is this floofy contraption. It is this floofy contraption right here. It's my dressing gown. And it's from New Look. And it is the snuggliest, warmest thing I own. And it is honestly a lifesaver because Britain's a bit cold, if you didn't already know. So having something so snuggly is the best thing in the world. It's so comfy. One thing people probably don't know about me. Now this is tricky because I'm kind of an open book. If I have something to tell someone, I'll tell them. Okay, people that don't actually personally know me, one thing they won't know is I'm a gigantic nerd. Evident from the row of Doctor Who posters and the row of Doctor Who books and the wall you can't see, which is a collage of Doctor Who posters. I love anything geeky like that. I love Doctor Who, I love Warehouse 13, I love Merlin, Once Upon a Time, Charmed, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. All of those are literally my life. They're amazing. What's one thing on my bucket list? To be big enough in the world of YouTube to meet the other YouTubers and actually be friends with them. Because I admire people like Carrie and Phil and Dan. I will link every channel I mention, I will link it in the description. I love Chris and PJ and Jack and Finn and Louise and Zoe and Joe and Casper. I'm forgetting people. I would just link all my favourite YouTubers in the description. The list will be very, very long, I have no doubt. But no, I just want to be that big, to be able to be friends with those people. And to just, it would just be incredible. That is life goals. What's one food that I can't live without? Chicken. Chicken is the best thing in the world. And I went through a phase of wanting to be vegetarian, but then my parents kept cooking chicken meals because they knew I wouldn't leave it. So my dad used to do this thing called Hunter's chicken, which is chicken wrapped in bacon, cooked in barbecue sauce and covered in cheese. And how can you not eat that? I know people who can turn that down. I'm like, it's chicken wrapped in bacon. There is no wrong here. So yeah, chicken is probably one food I can't live without. What's one quote or phrase I live by? Now this is one by Phil Lester, and it's a good thing to be strange. Normalness leads to sadness. And that was my yearbook quote, and it is so sweet and so true. It's just brilliant. Another one I live by is live in the now because tomorrow you might be dead. And that is something Buffy said in the first episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. She said it to Willow, which nearly got Willow killed. But it's just so, loads of people sort of say, carpe diem, live in the now. Nobody ever says live in the now because you could die, which I just find, she says it so deadpan, it's hilarious. What do I like and dislike about the YouTube community? I like the fact that as YouTube's gained popularity, it's a lot easier to get into the YouTube community. But at the same time, it's a lot harder because so many people are trying. But so it's sort of an even ground because more people watch YouTube, so then it's more likely to get publicity. But then more people are trying so hard to break through into this tight-knit community that's been formed, and it just seems quite tricky. But I do like the fact they all seem to be quite close friends, or at least, if they're not all friends, they have a few YouTuber friends each, which is really nice because you get to see collaborations with each other, and it looks like such a lovely atmosphere every time they're together. What's my most listened to song? I don't know. I think probably Boys in Books Are Better. And it's by Carrie Hope Fletcher, aka It's Way Past My Bedtime. And she writes all these funny original songs. And she has one called Boys in Books Are Better. And it's just saying about how, why can't guys from books be real? Because they are so nice and good looking and sweet. And it's like, that's so true. That's so true. I relate so much to that song because I love reading, as you can see from the rows of books on the bookcase you can't see. My house is full of books. What's my style? Whatever clothes I want to pull out my wardrobe. I don't really have a style. I can wear anything from... So today I'm wearing all black and sort of gothic-y type clothes. But then tomorrow I could be wearing pastel pink jumper and a rah-rah skirt. I don't know. It depends what I decide to pull out my closet. It depends what I decide to pull out my wardrobe. It depends how I'm feeling. It depends on where I'm going. There is no style for me. What's my favourite number? 8. I hate odd numbers. They actually physically hurt. So my family will set the TV volume to an odd number to wind me up. Or they'll give me 3 of something to eat, and I'm like, can you give me 4 please, or 2? Not 3. If a friend gives me 3 sweets, I'm this bad. If a friend gives me 3 sweets, I will give 1 back to get away from odd numbers. But no, 8 is just a safe number. It's a nice number. It's a symmetrical number, and it's just the best number. I can't get my mind away from that. Odd numbers are bad. 8 is good. I'm a weird person. Don't even try and understand me. What are 2 hobbies I have? So one of them is dance. I've been dancing. I actually recently stopped because of my exams. But I have been dancing since I was 3 years old, I believe. My mum had a dance studio and I just loved it. It was a good way to sort of vent everything I was feeling. I used to just put together a random bunch of moves that wouldn't have worked on stage, but they just worked for me. They helped me express how I was feeling. And I just love that the freedom that dancing gives you is unparalleled. And another one I'd say... colouring, probably, because again it's just a nice release. I have this book. It is Millie Marasota's Tropical Wonderland, and it has, unlike kids colouring books, it has such complex patterns, and I'll just show you one now. It has such complex patterns that require a lot of effort and concentration, which I just love. So I've got one finished in here, which is a peacock, if I can find it. So I have one finished in here, which I'm really proud of. And then I'm working on one at the moment, which is the snake here. And that's a work in progress. But it's just such a nice release. And there's no rules, there's no dictation, there's no, you have to write this, you have to draw this. It's just freedom and craziness. And that is the best thing for me. Because I can't do uniform, regulation, colours, order, patterns. I like being able to just break out of that shell and go against everything normal and just make things wild. You wouldn't see a yellow and pink and blue and green, all those colours in one snake, but you do in the drawing because that's just how my mind is. And I just love the freedom it gives you. That's another thing about me. I rant a lot. If I feel passionate about something, you're gonna know about it. 2 pet peeves. When people pronounce things obviously wrong, and that's actually started because of my name. So I first noticed it with the word library. I had friends who said library, and that annoyed me a bit, so I was sort of, there's 2 R's there guys, library. But that wasn't too bad. It's my name that makes it worse, because I'm Bronwen. So the amount of times I get called Bromwen, or Bromwim, or Bronwyn, and it's like, there's no M, it's an E and then an N, not a Y, not an I. And I've been called Bryn before. Someone couldn't even be bothered to try and work out my name. I've been called Bryn, I've been called Bryony, I've been called Bronners. People can't be bothered to work out my name, so they just give me whatever name they want to. And it really, really gets under my skin. And I think another one, what's another one? Another pet peeve, I think, is just my OCD about organisation, because despite the nuttiness of my colours, if I see, so say I saw 2 lines of tiles and they were white and black, and then I saw one that was swapped over, I could not deal with that. That would really, really irritate me. And the same if, like, you have a pot of those 4 sprinkles and one of the sprinkles is in the wrong one, it really gets under my skin and annoys me. And finally, guilty pleasures. My guilty pleasure is YouTube. Watching it and filming for it and taking quizzes. I am borderline obsessed, not gonna lie. But I just love it because there's so many different, there's a range of creativity on here, and it's just such an amazing platform. And I just love the atmosphere that surrounds the entirety of YouTube. So that's all from me for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and tell your friends to come over and subscribe. I will link to all those channels I mentioned in the description, and I'll see you next time. Have a good life, guys. Bye.